Hello everybody, what's going on guys? Hello. I hope everybody's doing good, doing awesome. I know I am. It's super fantastic. And today is Sunday and we are all here on this glorious night. Unfortunately, it's raining over here in Ontario. So we just got a storm warning. So if by chance everything cuts off, I apologize. I can't really control what happens. Hello, Chadley. Hello, Ryan. How are you guys? All right.
Doing great. Doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Cannot complain. Okay.
Take a moment to thank Plusle for giving Chadley his face back, just so we could have this nice TacoCast tonight. Couldn't negotiate to get Corey's face back, but hey, we'll take what we can get from that Dark Lord.
Yep. Unfortunately. All right. So there's lots to talk about. Lots of fun things happening. Gamescom happened and some crazy nonsense news happened. That's always fun to talk about. Then we got a surprise hint at a new Remastered that nobody was expecting. But there's a little twist to that. And we got hit with some Pokemon stuff. So yeah, it seems like it's been a crazy month. Always right at the end near the end of our month, we always get hit with all this news. Which is nice. I mean, I was a little worried again, but they seem to be doing that a lot. At the end of the month, they seem to be throwing all the good stuff out.
Right.
All right, let's go ahead and give it a start. So, how's everybody doing? What's going on your channels? And what sort of exciting things have been happening? Let's start with Chadley.
Oh boy. Nothing really new per se. I mean, I've just been playing some Wind Waker, so I'm like revisiting that. Twilight Princess, we're doing. My daughter's actually playing through that, and then I'm just kind of like helping her through it. So we're doing that together on stream on Saturdays. Still doing Family Feud with my wife, and on Tuesdays, I just started playing some like oldie but goodie like puzzle like horror style games. So have you guys ever heard of the games The Seventh Guest or the 11th Hour? Now these games are like back in the 90s. So
I know the seventh guest. I do know. I don't know the 11th hour.
Seventh Guest and 11th Hour. 11th Hour is the sequel to the Seventh Guest. It's not as good, but it. So I just finished playing through those two games too over on Twitch, but they're quite difficult actually. But you almost need a guide. Like you need a guide to finish the game because some of the puzzles are just ridiculous. They're just super hard.
Ooh.
And then of course I've been still working on my cross stitch and stuff too. So
which is coming along really well.
Of the Zelda map. I know we're getting close to 50% done. I can't wait.
Oh, man.
So
like you hear like 50,000 and then you're like 50% done. Oh, what?
Oh wait.
How many days are you at that now?
Today would have been, well, I worked on it today, and I think I'm at 180. It's either 188 or 189 days that I've worked on this thing.
Oh, man.
But I started back in January, and if you count all the days that I missed, it's been about like 230 some days total since I started. So I missed about a month of days so far. But still, it's crazy that I'm not even 50% done, and I'm almost at 200 days. So yeah. It's gonna be awesome when it's all done. But yeah, I still have a way to go. I have a lot to do yet before I finish it. So
Someday.
It's all good. What about you, Ryan?
Really just been sticking to the same as usual. I've been doing Metopia 2 days a week, a choice-based game, and Star Ocean. Trying to get all 3 games finished before October so that I can do more horror games, just Halloween-themed stuff, and then we'll see.
Get the Spooktober coming out, right?
Exactly. I'm excited for it. 2 games that I know of that I'm excited for October. House of Ashes, which is like from the creators of Until Dawn. It's like their 3rd little anthology game.
Mm-hmm.
And just made Fatal Frame. It's coming out in October as well. the waifu of Blackwater. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I just saw it, checked out some of the costumes today. I want to go take pictures of photos as a hot girl in bikini. Yes, please. Oh my god.
Oh, for sure.
Boy.
I've been really busy lately, as always, but we're moving along quite well, and yeah, there's nothing really I can say. Tuesdays, I'm still streaming Tuesdays, and it's still really good. People love our Dark Souls series. There, we just get into all types of frustrations and silliness with Louis, but other than that, it's been going really good. I can't complain. You know. All right, guys, there's a lot to talk about. Gamescom, it came and went so quickly. I didn't even feel it go by. I didn't even remember about Gamescom until I jumped on and I was like, oh look, Gamescom's on.
Oh, yeah, Gamescom, that's happening. That's a thing, yeah.
That's a thing, isn't it?
That's kind of how it went, really.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, normally it's always, I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or whatever, but the last 2 years, there's been no real, like, announcement leading to certain things. It's like, 2019 when E3 was happening, you always got, like, a big announcement. Oh, E3, what are we expecting? Blah, 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 and everybody talking about it. But it seemed to go, like, over everybody's head. But, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, because there was a lot of interesting games with Gamescom. It just finished. I want to know what you guys thought of it, and are you excited for any games that you saw? So let's go ahead and start with Ryan with that one.
I agree with EZL. I really wasn't overly impressed. It was no E3 type deal, to be honest. And the chat was like, oh my gosh, I was sitting in the stream a few times.
Mm-hmm.
It was highly negative. Everyone was always like, we don't care, we don't want this, blah, blah, blah. You guys are showing off stuff we don't care about. Again, it's the internet, though, so
yeah,
people are going to do things if they get the chance. They had a few cool things, though. They had Dokev, oh my gosh. Stephie's going crazy for Dokev. Dokev.
Dokev?
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone saw that one. It's supposed to be like almost a Pokemon style game where you're running around and you have to, this big open world, you have to find the special methods to summoning these various monsters, ghosts, spirits, whatnot.
Yeah.
They're all based off Korean mythology and things like that. You have to go out of your way, you have to find them. They each have their own unique method of getting them to appear. You capture them, and then you can use them to fight and capture other spirits type deal. It looked really cool. Like just a neat little skaters almost thing. I thought it looked neat. When I first saw it, I wasn't that impressed, but then I watched it again and got some more information about it. It sounded cool. It apparently started out as an MMO, but they moved away from that premise, and I'm not sure what kind of multiplayer it's going to have now, but that's about it for that one.
Yeah.
Don't have much more information on it. I'm excited for Far Cry 6. I'm getting more and more excited for that as the time goes on. Man,
Far Cry looked really good.
I kind of like that this one almost has, like, from what I've heard, you get to choose. Like, every Far Cry game, you're joining the group, you're fighting the bad guy.
Yeah.
This one, it's almost, from what I hear, you could join up with almost and be on the bad guy's side, from what I've heard.
Oh.
Which, that sounds like really fun. Just like be the villain once, man. Because again, villains are what Far Cry, yes, exactly, Jacob, Far Cry game. Far Cry, the villains are what it's all about.
Yeah.
People love that's why they're getting a villains DLC pack.
Oh, for sure.
I mentioned Maiden of Blackwater. I mentioned House of Ashes earlier. I'm excited for both of them.
Inuyugi mentioned that Halo Infinite finally got a release date. Funny thing about Halo Infinite, I didn't even know this until I started researching a little bit more this morning. Did you know that Halo's being released unfinished? I didn't know that.
I'm not surprised at this point.
Yeah, they said that they can't afford to delay it anymore, so they're going to release it as is, and as months go by, they will update it to finish it. So the Xbox people are basically getting a unfinished, like really unfinished game. So
How nice of them.
So typically, it's just every single game in the last 3 to 4 years. It's no different than any game that's been released in the last 3 to 4 years. No game has been finished. Like, if you really think about it, like, there's no games in the last 3 to 4 years that you would consider finished, because they usually come out with patches either on release day.
Yeah.
After they've already gone through and created all of the physical copies and everything. And obviously, while that process is going on leading up to release day, they're still working on the thing, even though they've got packaged materials ready to go. The games are already considered gold, but yet they're still working on them. So it's like they're not really done, and they never are done until they become a couple years old, and then they move on to the next thing. So,
but then we get the director's cut with super mega, super mega DLC of all mega duper version.
Yeah,
of the
you
game.
you basically get the director's cut, which is basically the finished version of the game for the same price.
The real finished version.
Yeah, the real finished version.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Jurassic Park game?
I saw 2. Which one?
The one, what was it called? I'm bringing up my list.
There's like a VR one, and then there's another park builder.
There is that one, I think, Jurassic Evolution or something like that.
Yeah, Evolution 2.
That's the one. What'd you think of that?
The more I saw of it, the less interested I became in it. Because when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, cool, another park builder. Okay."
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's exactly the same as the last one. Oh, it really looks like it's just 1.5 of the last one. Doesn't look all that different. Doesn't look all that much improved. And here's the thing, I got Evolution for free on Epic Games a few months ago, and I bet you can get it for $1.50 now. I'm not understanding why I would want to get this version over regular Evolution, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was like the announcement trailer, so there's obviously going to be more to come.
Yeah, well, according to I guess alpha in-game footage. I don't know. Maybe they're building upon the original one, so that's why it looks just like the original one.
We'll have to wait and see that.
It's just weird though, because they're saying release date November, but they're giving us I don't know.
Right?
Again, come down to it's an unfinished game, so
right around the corner. Not a true dinosaur fan. No, I want a true Jurassic Park horror game. Is what I want. Like, I want Dino Crisis in Jurassic Park.
That would be pretty cool.
Which we are getting, by the way. I can't remember it at the moment, but there's some indie game coming out that's gonna be basically survival aliens isolation with dinosaurs, and I'm very excited for it.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. What about I think we did talk about this in our little group, but Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars game. I like the Lego games. I've always liked them, even when they didn't talk to when they talked. But see, I have an issue with the talking because I started thinking about it. Right, Ryan. Me and Ryan were talking about this, and he said that he liked it when they didn't talk because they had to use their actions to express what they were trying to do. Now they talk, right? And one of the things that I forgot was, yeah, they talk, and we always get hit. Like, whenever you streamed it, either you streamed it on Twitch or on YouTube, you always got hit with copyright due to the sound because it's using footage sound, right? So,
well, I mean, they're using authentic soundtrack music, so you're always going to get dinged for that by Lucasfilms or whoever, or Disney, because Disney can't stand other people streaming or using any of their music for anything. So
exactly. But you know what? Like I said, it's a really it looks really good. They did a really good job with it. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Lego,
and this one is this one. So this has all the movies in it, right?
Yeah, this is 1 to 9.
Yeah,
every Star Wars movie.
Okay, so the first 6 games are going to be probably no different, right, from what has been released before, except they'll add voice acting, maybe.
I mean, it looks like they're going to definitely add some new stuff. It's not like they're going to copy paste what we had originally in like the definitive version before. it looks like they're adding some new stuff from what I've
Yeah.
seen. At the very least, some new cutscenes.
There is one...
because
Yeah, go ahead.
the older movies have been put into Lego format like I don't know how many times now.
Yeah.
So like they're either like been re-released as compilations or whatever. Because I know they released like the first 3 movies as a compilation, and then they released them again with adding 3 through 6, and then it was like 3 through 6 I think were by the or 4 through 6. I'm sorry. And then I thought 4 through 6 were released by themselves too. Like it's so confusing because like I just know that those games themselves have been released so many different ways and so many times. It's hard to keep track of like the latest one.
I know we had the original Lego Star Wars, which was episodes 1 to 3. Then we had the original trilogy, which was 4, 5, and 6. Then we had a combination version, which was those 2 games put together.
Yeah.
We had one that was based off the Clone Wars animated series. And then we started to get the ones based off of the more recent movies.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. And now we're getting something that's going to be everything all together, which I'm really... I really loved the original ones, where they would communicate through expression. Like, instead of Darth Vader just saying, "I am your father," he takes out a picture of himself, and he like points at the picture of himself, and then he points at the baby, he points at Luke. It's like, they had so much personality, so much. It was adorable, but you just don't get that same feeling when they're just like talking like normal, even if they do it in a cartoonish fashion.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. But it's like they're turning the movies into a Lego movie. So I don't know. I mean, I always enjoyed them too. The problem I always had with Lego games in general is because, at least on our Wii and our Wii U, they always crashed.
That could have been.
They would always crash, and I don't know if that was just because of the Nintendo systems, and it never had that problem with other systems. Never had that problem with PC. So I'm hoping, because the Switch is kind of a different architecture, that this game doesn't have that same problem. Because I wouldn't mind picking it up and playing through all of the movies in Lego fashion. And it's awesome the fact that they put all 9 on one game. Like having all 9 of those, it's like 9 separate games basically all in one cartridge. So
that's what I would say. Yeah, I played when they first came out on the original PS2, and it ran fairly smoothly. I had a few issues, but the issues were with the disc getting scratched and smudged because of X-Stairs and my other little siblings. I'm kidding, it wasn't him specifically. But for the most part, they all ran fairly smoothly. It sounds like the issues you were having may have been the Wii versions. Just
it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, they ran fine. It was just all of a sudden, just randomly, they would just freeze. And you had to like hard reboot the Wii. Like you couldn't even get out of the game. Like the game like hard locked my Wii. And it was either the game was causing it to overheat or something. But something is wrong with Lego games. And it's not just the Star Wars ones. We had the same problem with the Harry Potter games. And trying to remember, because we had a bunch of the Lego games and stuff. Huh?
The one that did that was, for me, was the what was that one they brought out on the Wii U? The detective one? Lego City.
Lego City Undercover?
Yeah, if you got to there's like a museum section. When you got there, it would always just freeze and lock up the system.
Yeah. Well, this happened every single Lego game that I played on the Wii or the Wii U. It would just randomly freeze, and it would make that real high-pitched humming noise.
Oh, jeez.
There would be like this loud, high-pitched humming noise when it would freeze up. I'm like, whatever. So I just got frustrated playing the games because I could never actually get through all of the games. Like, I don't think I never beat one of the Lego games I have because I couldn't get far enough before it would crash, and then my save data would only go so far, so then you have to redo some of the game too. So it's just frustrating.
So one of the cool things,
hopefully it doesn't happen.
what I find really cool for these Lego games, and it's so dumb, I think it's just a tech in me, is they're going to be using, these are going to be the first Lego games that are going to be using ray tracing, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, ray tracing in our Lego games now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
2021 is a
Switch,
year, all right.
obviously, the Switch version of that game obviously is not going to have it, but
Hey, but you know what? Why not? Like,
Yeah.
gotta make those floors shiny, right? Full of reflections.
Oh yeah.
What else is there that came out? The one, so there's Star Wars, there's Dying Light 2
More about
looks,
Elden Rings.
yeah, Dying Light 2 looks really good. I'm very excited for that. We need a good zombie game, you know, and Dying
What
Light...
are you saying? That World War Z aftermath? Can't even finish the sentence.
Dying Light 2 is, yeah, it looks really well done. You know, I'm looking at it now, and they did a really good job. My only issue with it is they were showing a lot of, like, looks like it's going to be more, there's going to be a lot of people, like survivors in the world now that you're going to fight, which I'm okay with that, but it's always been a zombie game, so we'll see how that goes. It does look good.
I've never been big on Dying Light, but hey, this one actually does look pretty good.
For sure.
We had Death Stranding, like the director's cut, where you can just like take Norman Reedus into his room and make him pose any way you want. It's like every girl's dream, really.
So is this the full game, or is it just an add-on to the game?
I think it's the full game, but they added more stuff to it.
Oh, okay.
Like there's like new missions, new areas to explore, new weapons, like all kinds of stuff. Like yeah, maybe weapons. I have never played the game, so I'm assuming there's
I had a great time when that one came out because I was watching someone's reaction to it, and they had never played Death Stranding before. So their reaction to the baby was like, "What? What are they doing with this? What is it?" Like they were so lost. It was hilarious.
I mean, I've only watched.
It's a game for me.
Yeah.
Even now, it's a game that it's a gorgeous looking game. It's beautiful. It's like really graphically nice, but it's a game that doesn't pique my interest at all. I just have no interest in picking it up and trying it, even though it's by Kojima. Even though I heard the story is like extraordinary, I just don't feel like picking it up and trying it out. But you know what?
You're holding out for Forbidden West. Is what you're holding out for?
No, I'm holding out for Sifu.
Sifu?
Oh,
Sifu looks good.
Sifu looks really cool. Sifu looks very cool. Because isn't that the thing where like your character ages or something as you're playing, or
something like that?
Or he starts out old, but then as you play, he gets younger and younger and younger. Maybe he reverse ages. I can't remember. I didn't watch the new footage of it and stuff. But I just remember like the original one the original trailer, they were showing your character at different ages, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, that one looks really cool.
You fight people and you steal their youth.
You mean he's a vampire?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. He's a kung fu vampire. I don't know. Yeah. I just got interested when they said, "Oh yeah, it's going to have a combat system like Batman Arkham games." You know, I love the Batman Arkham games.
It had a good fighting system.
Oh, you have finished it?
Actually,
I still have to play Arkham Knight.
I was going to say, honestly, I feel like it peaks at Arkham City. So that's just me. Arkham Knight turns into Tank Simulator too much to me.
I tried Arkham Knight. I didn't mind it. Again, but I tried it when it first got released and it had all those issues. I don't know if you guys remember. It had like tons of technical issues. It had issues on PC. Yeah, so that's why I never touched it again. I should really get back into it.
Right. It's definitely good. If you like Arkham City, you will like Arkham Knight, but it just...
Speaking of... It
doesn't feel like it adds enough.
You know what I did?
And what it does add is kind of nice.
I'm just kind of adding this in there, but you know what I went to see yesterday with the kids? I took them to go see... Free Guy.
I love Free Guy.
With Ryan Reynolds.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'll wait. I'm gonna wait till I can watch it at home. But
yeah, I won't spoil it for you. But it's a really good movie. It
is
definitely.
Free Guy's amazing.
You should watch it. I think you'll enjoy it.
Look, well, yeah, we're gonna watch it as a family, but yeah, but I'll just wait till it comes out for like the $5 rental like online rental thing.
My kids were dying of laughter. At first, I was a little nervous. I was like, it's a Ryan Reynolds movie. A lot of his movies that come out, there's like so much swearing. But I was like, it's a video game movie. I kind of really want them to see it. Well, so I took the risk and took him in, and I was like, you know what? Like, it's not that bad, and then the movie itself is just amazing. So I was like, okay, I'm happy with this. And the kids were dying of laughter. They thought it was really
This
good.
was really Free Guy. Really, I feel like exists as a test bed for Disney to see how well Ryan Reynolds could handle playing a less vulgar version of Deadpool.
Yeah, and he did such a good job, though. He did such a good job. I
think he does fine.
My kids were like, it's they thought it was the second version of Ready Player One. And
I could see people. If you like Ready Player One, you'd like it.
That's exactly. I was like, if you like Ready Player One, you'll like this game. Anyways, back to the video games. But yeah, Seafood definitely looks. It looks like it's gonna be a really fun game.
The one game obviously that I'm like super hyped for, and I was hoping that we would get a lot of information on it, was the Turtles game, the Shredder's Revenge. I'm super hyped for that game. I'm super hyped for that game, and it was a bummer that they came out with announcements saying that they have to delay it till next year.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that they would have came out and said, "Oh, we're adding April to the game. Oh, and by the way, in a month you'll be able to play it." Like, I was really hoping that they would say like, "Oh, the game is ready."
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm fine with them pushing it back until next year. Just hopefully it's not like at the end of next year.
Yeah.
But I mean, because the game looks amazing. I mean, it just takes you back to like the original arcade beat 'em ups and stuff. Just with new art, with sort of a new art, somewhat of a new art style. Still gives you the
like
feeling
Octopath
of
Traveler.
like,
yeah,
but it still gives you the feel. Yeah, still gives you the feel like it's been inspired from the original cartoon.
Yeah.
But also at the same time has its own little tweaks to the art style too. So
it's okay. You should play as April O'Neil in what is it? In the Nicktoons Brawl.
Nicktoons Brawl.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Yeah, she got announced with Cat Dog.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they're doing it.
I don't think that game's gonna do very well.
I don't think so either.
It's just, I mean, well, like,
I think
it's
got
like
a lot of fire in its system right now. Like, the meme value of it, they're clearly smart with the characters they're adding. Like, why else would you add Nigel Thornberry if you weren't paying attention to memes? You know what you're doing. From a marketing standpoint, you know how to market towards the meme crowd, and that could take you far. That could make your game a success. We just gotta hope it has solid fighting game, mechanics and stuff to it. Don't make it PlayStation All-Stars, basically. No.
So, I was just about to mention that game. I'm like, I remember when that one came out, and I don't hear anybody talking about that anymore. And I don't even know if it sold well. I'm not much of a PlayStation guy, but when I heard about that game, I was like, okay, so you're just making a Smash Brothers clone. People would, if they're going to play a Smash Brothers clone, they're just going to play Brawlhalla because it's free. Mm-hmm. So
I bought it.
Brawlhalla is actually pretty fun. So
I bought PlayStation and it was fun for like a week, and then I was like, okay, this is like okay.
My biggest issue, I had a few major issues with it. My first biggest issue was you'd get hit, and then you'd have 5 seconds of invincibility, where it's like you couldn't take any damage or anything. So it's not like you get comboed or anything, but at the same time, that makes for very slow gameplay. And my second issue was they'd come out with these new DLC characters, but before they sold them, you had about a week where you could try them out for free, and you could get them for free. But if for whatever reason you lost your PlayStation 3 or you had to replace your PlayStation 3 or something, you'd lose the free characters. Because I had, Zeus, Isaac from Dead Space, Cat from Gravity Falls, and there's one other character I can't think who it was. I had them all for free, but PlayStation 3 broke, replaced it with a new one, even though it was still under my same PlayStation Network ID. I lost all my DLC characters. And that's when I stopped playing that game.
And guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Don't forget, it helps the channel out. And we don't stream much on this channel, so any little like definitely helps. Nope, for sure. There was a game that came out. I don't know if you guys saw it. It looks like it's an indie game. It has like a creepy vibe to it. It's called Outbreak Island. Did you guys see that trailer?
I've heard a little about it. I hadn't seen it though.
So it looks really good. It looks like there's gonna be. So it's a first person. It looks like you can use like pipes and weapons and your camera, and it looks like there's gonna be like, I don't know if they're ghosts or what they are, but it looks pretty good. It looks kind of creepy. It doesn't say much when it's coming out, but I was actually kind of interested in that.
We didn't get very much on it, so it's kind of an enigma at this point, isn't it?
Exactly. Let me see. Let's see what other epicness was there. There's so many games that were shown.
I thought you were gonna. When you said about a creepy vibe, I thought you were gonna talk about that one from the new game from Devolver, Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of Lamb, yeah.
Cult of Lamb, yeah, that's right.
Man, most Devolver game I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man.
I was saying, remember I said in the chat that it gave me that. What was it called? Isaac Binding
of Isaac.
Yeah, it gave me that vibe, but it looked fun. It looked fun.
It did.
You know, it did look fun. So there's a lot.
I would definitely try it. I'd like to go around and sacrifice all the animals to Plusle or something.
Then there's so then there was the Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
Which was delayed, right? It was announced to be delayed again.
I believe it was, yeah.
Yeah. But it looks good. It looks really good. They're doing a good job.
I know
with it.
now it's coming out in February next year.
There we go.
I mean, the first game looked. The first game looks amazing. So I can only imagine what they're going to do with the second one.
And I never,
especially if they add ray tracing and stuff into it as well.
Yeah. Chat or whoever, have you guys ever played the first game? I haven't played it.
I played it.
Is it really good? I've only seen a little bit of gameplay, but the people who I always watch,
fantastic.
The people I watch play were already done the story, so they were like, "Let's go 100% the thing." So I don't know what the story's about.
No, the story is excellent. I highly recommend checking it out if you get the chance.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to be on sale, and then I'll pick it up once it's on a good sale. But
you let me know.
Because there's some DLC. Sadly. There's some DLC with that too, right?
There is. I actually never touched the DLC, but I know there is a little bit. Honestly, very good game. I think its only fault is it decided to come out a week before Breath of the Wild.
Oh, jeez.
And Breath of the Wild pretty much just ripped the floor out from under Horizon.
Yeah, but that wasn't originally released on PC either, right? Because
No,
they released
it
it
was
out on PC
originally-
later, so that kind of probably gave it a little bit of extra growth because
That gave it
once
a
it
nice
was
shot of
released on
life
PC,
later.
yeah.
Yes.
We also got that new Marvel game.
Yeah.
The tactical one, Midnight Suns.
Yeah, Midnight Suns. I'm curious to see how that one plays out
because I'm not a tactical guy. I'm not I was interested at first, but then when I heard it was gonna be like tactical, I was like, I'm not into that.
I was kind of hoping for more of like an Ultimate Alliance game.
Same.
At first, that's what I thought it was going to be.
Same.
Yeah, I love the Ultimate. Now I haven't played the most recent one on the Switch, but every other Marvel game in that style has been really fun. Like even back when they were doing just the X-Men.
Yeah.
And then Stephie brought up a good one, the Outlast Trials, which is like Outlast, but I don't know how to describe it. I think it's like a shorter anthology stories.
Oh, interesting. Then we have, like Stephie said, Saints Row. So that's supposed to be what we said at the beginning before the stream started. What was it? Like a reboot?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I personally enjoyed Saints Row, but I only played the one that came out on the PS3. Was it Saints Row 4 or 3? And
I don't know. I've never played any of the Saints Row games.
They're really good. They're really fun. They're funny. The stories are funny. They're not. You can't take them serious, you know. But that was the last one that I touched, and I heard the other ones were really good too. But
Ooh, that's definitely.
yeah, so Saints Row really cool. What else did they?
About Valheim getting its first major update. Did either of you touch Valheim at all? Is that a no?
No.
No, sorry, there was a
Games,
stream delay.
games
so I
like
didn't see the
that.
update.
Yeah, games like that. It's like it's hard for me to get into those because there's just so much.
Now, this is what I will say about Valheim is it is a pretty good game to get into now at this point. Because unlike, say, Minecraft, which has had years to build up and develop and grow, Valheim is, for the most part, in its infancy. So if you were to get into it right now, you would find it in pretty much its simplest form. And it would be the easiest, most accessible to get into. But at its core, it's just really fun.
Yeah.
If you like Minecraft and Skyrim, that style of game.
Now, I gotta give credit where credit is due because I am blown away with Microsoft's Forza Horizon 5. That game looks gorgeous. Holy crap. I mean, every time Microsoft releases a Forza game, it looks good already. But this new one, Horizon 5, it looks ridiculously good. Ridiculously good.
Those mufflers, though.
If you guys get a chance to watch the trailer, there's a scene where I don't even know what kind of car it is, to be honest. It's a sports car and it's riding in like it looks like there's a desert storm in front of it. I think it's a Corvette. I'm 90% sure it's a Corvette. So it's a desert storm in front of it, and it looks just so good. The colors, the way it's all coming to you. Yeah, they did a really good job. Microsoft definitely killed it with the Forza Horizon.
I mean, yeah, you can focus a lot on making your game look good when you got such simplistic gameplay, I guess. I don't mean to be super critical. That's what Forza games are about. They're about looking pretty, driving fast in pretty cars.
But
so I'm not saying that to be critical, mind you. It's just
no. You're not. I totally agree with you. Well, it's like what's that other racing game that's really famous?
Oh yeah, Mario Kart.
F150 or whatever it's called, F1 whatever. I don't know. It's anyways, the Formula racing. Those look incredibly beautiful. I don't play them. I'm not into that circuit type game, but they look stupidly beautiful. You know. And then there's the new Gran Turismo game. It's like you said, Ryan. Those games are made to look beautiful.
You're not going to find the most in-depth gameplay or the most compelling story ever, but you're going to see some beautiful cars, and they are going to zoom.
Zoom. No, not Need for Speed. So, yeah. No. Definitely. You know, I wish at this point, would have gotten a new Mario Kart. I don't know why people thought, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a huge uproar. They were hoping that we were gonna get a new Mario Kart on Gamescom, which I don't know why they would think that, because Nintendo.
Why would we get it for Gamescom?
Yeah, because Nintendo doesn't do.
I don't think Nintendo didn't even have anything really there except for games that were multi-platform.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have any of their own announcements, and that's because they do the Nintendo Direct. So I mean. They do their own thing for indies. They do their own thing for mainline games. They've already mentioned a bunch of stuff about Metroid Dread, and the Pokemon games. So it's like, why have a special announcement during Gamescom when they could just do something on their own?
Yeah, for sure. Is there any other thing that they showed at Gamescom? They talked about the Xbox Cloud, and people are freaking out about that because it's even more. It's apparently super awesome compared to what they thought it was, but I don't
have an Xbox, so
I'm
gonna take chat. I'm gonna go and sit in Chadley's corner on this one.
If it's, I mean, they don't really have much competition to go on because anything that's better than Stadia at this point, people will be very happy for. So.
Yep.
Man, you're lucky Corey's not here. Them's fighting words for him.
That's why I said it.
Oh, that's right. The Xbox Halo Edition, which like instantly sold
Oh,
out.
that looked pretty cool though. I mean, that looked
Yeah.
cool,
Oh
though.
man, that looked really good.
Yeah.
The system looked really clean.
I tried to get one. I tried to pre-order one.
Yeah.
I couldn't pre-order, so I was like, "Damn, that sucks."
Oh yeah, I'm sure those things went out. They were sold out within probably
Seconds.
10-15 minutes, I would imagine.
Seconds, they were gone. So there you
Oh
go.
yeah,
What can you do, right? What can you do?
yeah.
All right, guys, let's keep moving because, wow, Gamescom took all our time.
It did. It's good.
It's good. No, it was really. They did a really good job. Again, it wasn't not that Gamescom was awesome. I'm just saying that there were just a lot of games to pick from.
It was enough for us to keep going about.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
a lot to talk about.
So we're gonna talk about this, but this is more just for the fun of it because it's a funny situation. It's a funny situation. So something happened during last weekend?
It might have been like 2 weeks ago
2
now.
weeks ago. Okay, so Soulja Boy comes out and does this live stream on Insta and starts telling everybody that he's the new CEO of Atari. He bought Atari. He bought them for $1 million, and they were just so amazed with his Soulja game console, and they want him to take over and revamp Atari. I don't know why, but that's what they wanted. So they bought him out, and he was gonna make another profit because he sold his console, his Soulja Boy game industry.
Yeah, his business.
His business for like $1 million, 14 million or something like that, right?
140 million is what
Wow.
$140 million, guys.
No, he
he said.
said.
Which is like that's practically. I'm trying to think. It's almost like 4 times what he's actually worth right now. So
Yeah. So he does this big thing. Okay, the next day, doesn't Atari come out and go CEO? And then, I can't remember what's their CEO's name again.
Wade
Wade
Great.
Rosen? I don't know.
Rosen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Wade Rosen.
Wade Rosen?
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
then,
Wade Rosen.
yeah. So then they say that, and then Soulja Boy comes back, makes another video, freaking out on Atari. Oh, F them and BS that and BS that. And he pulls up this contract and he shows the contract. And like Chadley pointed out, I didn't notice until Chadley pointed out that it says like crypto on it, and it turned out to be for like Atari's cryptocurrency type contract.
Yeah. And this is what I think it was, and it probably backfired on him. This is what he was planning to do. Come out, make it sound like he bought Atari, all right? And Atari was probably not, and he was hoping that probably Atari wouldn't say anything. And then, of course, his next thing would be to talk about their crypto. Get the crypto to go up and get it up in price, because that contract basically had the contract was an agreement for services. So basically, Soulja Boy would have probably given them. They were going to give him so much of their cryptocurrency, because on the contract it said after the cryptocurrency is worth $1 per. They call it the Atari token.
Yeah.
So once Atari token reached $1, they were going to pay him $1 million in the Atari tokens. Okay. Once it reached $2, they were paying him another $1 million, and then another, like, they were giving him $1 million tokens. So technically, I guess it would be like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, because at that point, that's how much each token would be worth. It would be $1, $4, $2, $3, $4, or whatever. So this whole contract was nothing more than them trying to come out to him and have an agreement for him to try to raise the value of their crypto, because of the fact that he's huge into cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
That's what his claim to fame right now isn't the fact that he's like this famous rapper. His claim to fame now is the fact that he's a multi-million-dollar crypto millionaire, like millionaire or billionaire, whatever. I don't think he's a billionaire, but he's got millions of dollars just sitting in cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So like that's what he's claiming. He's good for that right now, and I think that's all it was. And Soulja Boy's a big troll. He's a huge troll. So he comes out, says he's the CEO, gets buzz of people talking about Atari.
Yeah.
And then of course Atari's like, well, we're obviously not going to make people think that he's the CEO.
Yeah.
Which of course was probably he probably breached a contract of some sort by him coming out and saying that he's the CEO of Atari. Probably breached any type of possible agreement or contract that they had with him anyway, because they didn't deny that they did. Like, they didn't come out and say we never talked to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they talked to him, but it was all about it was just nothing more for them to pay him to basically pump the value of their cryptocurrency. That's all it was. And of course he makes it seem
Atari,
bigger than
they don't need to do that.
Did they shred the evidence like Blizzard? I don't
Oh,
know.
Oh man, who knows?
I don't know.
You're stealing jokes I'm gonna make later, Dan.
I tell you,
But yeah, it's a huge mess, and it's like when I looked at it, and then I watched a couple other people who were doing videos on YouTube about it and stuff, and I don't know why I watch Rich Review Tech anymore, but I had to see what he was going to say about it, and some of the stuff he said made sense, but then other stuff I could just tell that he was just reaching for straws just to get views.
I mean,
at this point, and
tell me if it's not true. His whole thing is always this: what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you always doing that? Why are you doing that? Seriously, what were you thinking? It's always the same. And then he burps.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was really good.
But anyway, yeah, it's just, it was nothing more than he's got to stay in the limelight in any way he can. He's always had this mantra of like, all news is good news, even when you think it's bad. Like he always thinks that, hey, if I'm being talked about, that's good, regardless of what light. If you're talking about me, I have a big enough following that it doesn't matter.
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's what he's playing off of. So there's no way he sold his Soulja Boy company for 140 million.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, who in their right mind would buy that for 140 million? There's no way. There's
billionaire
no way.
who wants to troll. Some billionaire looking for some walls.
But yet,
you know, it'd be funny, guys.
He's got all the receipts. He's got all the receipts to prove it, but yet he doesn't show them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I guess some billionaires want to ride a phallic spaceship into the sky for fun, and others want to buy Soulja Boy's company.
Yeah, because they're so proud of what he did. So.
Yep.
I don't know what he did.
I mean,
with
as
that.
long as he gives
scamming
us
a bunch of people, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as he gives us another Atari Pipeworks Godzilla fighting game, I'm down for Soulja Boy taking over.
Well, let's talk about this one. This one actually, it got people excited because they honestly thought, that's why they made the article explaining that it was not Valve. So, a team came out saying that they're going to remaster Half-Life 2. This team, they were the ones behind Half-Life 2 mod, which basically brought the graphics to a better standard. So they're going to go ahead and take Half-Life 2 now and remaster it with today's technically graphics. So we're getting HDR, we're getting ray tracing, all the beautiful effects for the game. But before we found out that it wasn't going to be Valve involved, that if this was still another team, a different little group doing it, people thought that this was a sign that Half-Life 3 was going to be made right after Half-Life 2 Remastered was to come out. This team is actually going to be pushing a collection. They want to start with Half-Life 2, then go on to Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and then Half-Life 2 Episode 2. What are your thoughts about this? And are you guys excited for the remastered of Half-Life? Let's go ahead, Chadley. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Half-Life 2 was a good game. I think, yeah, when I first started to stream, this was one of the first games that I actually played through from start to finish.
Yeah.
And then I went on and played episode 1 and 2 for the first time. I never had played any of the episode offshoots of the game to continue the story. So, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, this game is a popular game. Everybody is going to be happy with the fact that anything Half-Life is good. Because, I mean, obviously when Half-Life Alyx was released, like, everybody lost their minds. They're like, oh, great, it's another new story for Half-Life. And then with this one, with it being a remaster, I wouldn't be surprised if they add some newer stuff into the game to expand on the story. I think it's also really cool because I'm pretty sure Valve, they signed off on it. They're okay with it. Like,
That's awesome.
they're not going to stop. They're not stopping the development of this. They're basically saying, yeah, let's see what they can do with it. It's not like they're actually hiring them on, and maybe they'll do that later on, similar to how Sega has done that with the Sonic Mania team.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm pretty sure Valve came out and said, we're just as excited as you are, just to see what they can come up with. So,
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
maybe
it's gonna be cool. So,
I mean, if the what's the word? If the reaction is what Valve is expecting, maybe this is the little push they're gonna need. I mean, they got awesome response with Alyx. Let's be real, like Alyx, everybody went crazy for. The only downside was it was VR only. They didn't make a standalone non-VR version.
Yeah,
which is what people are bugging for now. But maybe this will push them, and maybe we will finally get Half-Life 3. I don't know. It's
the sticky thing. The sticky part of it is that once they get ready to sell, that's when I think Valve's going to step in.
Yeah.
After they have all the work done, and they're going to want a piece of the pie for the sales on it because it's going to be their property that's being sold.
Guaranteed.
So
of course.
That's the only thing.
No
is
doubt.
that they're going to either step in and say, let's be the distributor of this. We'll give you so much money.
Is it
so that we'll basically pay you for your time to create this, but then we'll just slap our name on it at the end.
Isn't that what
so
they
that
did
we can get
with the other one? It was free at first.
Black Mesa.
Black Mesa. I think they did. Well, they didn't slap their name on it, but I'm pretty sure it was free at first, and you can play it like that. And then I think they stepped in and then basically said, "Okay, let's sell it. We need to make a little bit of dough off of it because it's our property." Something like that.
I mean, I'm sure they're getting royalties from it.
Yeah, can we double check that?
Valve doesn't have their name on Black Mesa anywhere. Because it just has like the developer and the publisher as Crowbar Collective. But I'm sure silently, Valve is getting some kind of money from it because it is their property that's being sold.
Oh yeah,
it's basically their game.
They got some commercial they got approval to do Black Mesa, and they got royalties from it. That's what they're getting.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be what's going to happen with this too, with Half-Life 2, the remaster, is that Valve, they're okay with it, and the reason why they're okay with it is because
that scared me.
Behind you.
Good job, Sci-Fi.
I thought you just realized that you had to do something.
No, it scared me.
Oh, I'm at work.
I need to get
working.
to work.
Yeah. Guys, let's hashtag sideline in the chat. That actually scared me. Like, oh man.
It's okay, Rigo. I had a pretty bad jump scare today, and now people are making dozens of memes about me.
Woo. Okay.
Some even as we speak.
Yeah. So Half-Life 2 is it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be, if it gets done correctly, it should be a big improvement. I just don't know though. I can't see anything if they're using just the updated version of the source engine. The one.
Why don't you just flex, Rigo? We know that's what you're trying to do.
the updated version of the source engine. Does it say?
They might. I mean, it's probably too early to tell.
Yeah.
Because they just announced it, so.
Oh man. Good game. Give me more. Give me sore throats, bro.
Upcoming remaster will be using the version of the source engine that Counter-Strike Global Offense uses.
Okay, so it is the flex.
It's got to be the most recent version of the source engine. So.
Okay, but talking serious. Okay, so yeah, it's just the updated version of the source engine.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be the other one. Oh well, that's okay. Not bad. All right, Pokemon. We got a Pokemon presentation.
Yeah, we did.
I missed it, but I went back to watch a little bit of it today, and I was very happily amused. We got shown Pokemon Legend. How do you say it?
Did you forget which version of it you were trying to say?
Arceus?
That was what I was supposed to call it. Charlie, you remember your line?
Yeah, I do. It's
Okay.
it's Pokemon Legends Arceus. So
That's right.
all I'm gonna
Pokemon
say.
Legends
That's all I'm gonna say.
Arceus.
Yeah, it's Arceus. Yes.
And then we got the new Pokemon remake, which those actually really, I was thinking that they were gonna do the remakes like Pokemon. What was
Let's go.
No, the other one. The one that just came out.
Sword and Shield?
Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield. Yeah, I thought they were gonna make it like that, but I'm kind of happy that they're making it almost that same view, like the original views, just more happy.
Yeah, they're like taking the original Diamond and Pearl engine models, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
and making it giving it a more modern update to it, which I do like. I know a lot of people were very critical of it at first, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Arceus. Obviously, it's Arceus. But yeah, so that I think it looks good, and then they showed us some other one, something about, I can't remember what it was called, like some sort of cooking looking one.
The Cafe Rumble?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I know Cafe Rumble's getting an update.
So they showed that off
It's
too.
been out for a while.
Okay, so this Pokemon Legends game, it looked really good. Like, I'm honestly very excited for it. Ever since they started releasing the Pokemon the way that I always hoped they would, and seeing the Pokemon walk around and just full out battle, I was very excited. And to know that they're gonna make another game like that, which we all knew it was gonna come. I mean, let's be real. It's Pokemon. It's a $1 billion industry. It'd be stupid not to do. But to see this new one, I have to say, I'm very intrigued. I'm very excited. Ryan, what are your thoughts on it?
Look at how excellent new Pokemon Snap did. That did amazing and still doing amazing. I know they just had a major update too. People really do want spin-offs, so this was just a perfect time to announce something like this.
Yeah.
I don't know about a January release date for Legends Arceus, but
Breath.
I knew what you'd do. Yeah.
Breath
of the Arceus, yeah.
Breath.
Breath of the Pokemon with the Pokedex.
Yep.
They got rid of gambling again because ugh.
Yeah.
But that's not in Legends Arceus. That game though. Oh man. First off, I like all these new Pokemon versions, like the Hisuian Growlithe that everyone is memeing about. This little emo Growlithe. He's so cute, but oh man.
Emo Growlithe?
Emo Growlithe.
The only thing weird about it is the fact that it's supposed to be a prequel.
Yeah.
Which means that version of the Pokemon should have been known about by now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh,
also
Unless
this
it's
region,
unless it's like one that went to it, like unless it's a Pokemon that went extinct or something from this game up until whatever the first game is technically in whatever weird timeline that they have for Pokemon. So
well, this region, the Hisui region that it's going to be set in, is the ancient version of the Sinnoh region, which is the Gen 4 region that's getting remade in Diamond and Pearl. So this is an already existing region, just in the far, far, far past.
yeah,
And it is kind of cool because we see there's an evolution to an existing Pokemon, Stantler. Wordeer is going to be its evolution. We've never seen Wordeer before. That's a completely new thing thanks to Legends Arceus. Crap, I said it correctly.
We're really bad at this.
We are. Yeah, I'm bad at being wrong. But within Pokemon itself, so this is a little bit of a lore thing. We have the Pokemon Mamoswine, which apparently was also a Pokemon that was supposed to exist decades and centuries ago in the past. And it evolves from another Pokemon that had been already existing, Piloswine. Out of nowhere, we started getting Mamoswine again. We were able to get Mamoswine. It was able to evolve into this past version of itself by knowing the move Ancient Power. So I kind of could see it being a situation like that, where something happens and now we all of a sudden have access to this more ancient version of a Pokemon, which is really cool from a lore perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta admit that because the way they have the characters dressed, you get that vibe like it was a long time ago type deal. I think I like that. If that makes any sense.
Another thing to take into consideration is, well, Arceus has played it's had its own movie as far as the anime goes, and has popped up time and time again within the movies. Within the games, Arceus really has never had a big impact, despite it being effectively the god of the Pokemon universe. It's never really done much.
Yeah.
I've never really seen much done with this premise. I'm glad to see they're finally going to do something with it.
It's interesting. It's very much interesting. I love I love where they're going with this. I don't know. They're doing good. That's all I can say. They're doing really good with the
They're
Pokemon
hitting it out
series.
of the park.
Yeah, they're doing really good with this Pokemon series. And at first I was okay when Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee came out. I was a little worried that was the route they wanted to go. And then we got hit with Sword and Shield, and it was like, for me, one of the best Pokemon I've ever played in a long time. And the last game I ever played was when they brought out Eevee. Then when they brought these ones out, I was blown out of the water, and I was hoping they'd release some new ones. Then we got this one, and this one looks even better than Sword and Shield. I don't know how they did it, but it looks way better.
Which one? Legends Arceus looks better?
Yeah, Legends.
Well, I mean, at the same time, it's a very different game. I mean, Pokemon Snap looks better, but again, it's a game that's built around looking good.
Yeah.
For taking photos.
No,
but
for
yeah,
sure.
it's a very different beast in and of itself.
and I mean,
I'm excited.
I wouldn't be surprised if they are using like an updated version of the Breath of the Wild engine, because the game's landscaping style is very similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do have the ability to kind of make things look a little bit better just because of the engine that they're using for the actual game. So
yeah. A lot of games lately have been called, the blank Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's been like the benchmark we compare a lot of games to lately. But this is the first one that actually feels like that realistically could be the truth behind it.
Well, and the fact that it's a Nintendo property too, so obviously Nintendo is going to be willing to give them the source code from Breath of the Wild, or even maybe give them the source code that's being used in Breath of the Wild 2 as well. And just I don't know. It just gives you that feel, and everybody sees it. Everybody sees that this game is basically patterned after the movement style around the world, just like Breath of the Wild was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing: the Diamond and Pearl. I'm really excited. Like I said, we're looking at basically an upgraded version of what they originally gave us on the game. They were for Game Boy Advance or Game Boy.
They were for. They were like the first some of the first DS games ever.
Or was it DS? Okay,
It was
so
on DS.
so giving us that upgraded engine, it's nostalgic. You get this nostalgic feel. So even though it's upgraded, you still got all the characters standing in one little corner. You got the little patches of grass. Yes, the Pokemon don't show up, but then you got these awesome graphics to go with it. I'm very excited.
I am. Those games, at their release, people really were very critical of Diamond and Pearl. They were like, oh, Gen 4, oh, they're really running out of ideas. That was the first generation where people were saying they're really running out of ideas. This is really going downhill. But if you were to tweet out, hey, what's your opinion on Gen 4 Pokemon? You would get dozens of people going out saying, oh, it's fantastic. It's great. It's some of our favorites. It's some of the best. Platinum actually does have quite a scary moment with the Giratina reveal. If you've ever played it and seen that cutscene, it's really awesome. I'm excited to, after seeing what they did with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, how they incorporated some, basically the properties of emeralds and aspects from it into those games. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see what they decide to throw out with this to call back to Platinum.
It's it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Very exciting. I've never been like I've always been a Pokemon fan in the sense of the games. The show not so much anymore, but the games definitely. And I've never felt so excited for two games to come out, especially because I never got to enjoy Pokemon Diamond or Pearl. I had lost touch with those. I never, even now, like I don't even know what they're about. But it kind of makes me want to go back and play the original ones before picking these up. But at the same time, I don't want to ruin it for myself, so I kind of want to just pick this up and just play it. And
I would say you're better off. It's 3 months. I'd say you're better off waiting until these new games come out and just play it then.
For sure. Chat. Yeah. Oh.
And we had some minor information about some other smaller Pokemon games. Like, I know Pokemon Masters, that one mobile game that's celebrating like its 2-year anniversary or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know Pokemon Go actually. I think this is an important thing to talk about. They heard player feedback about they reverted a lot of the changes, the additions they made to help people around COVID times to allow their game to still be playable.
Mm-hmm.
But they took a lot of that away within the last few weeks. However, after hearing a lot of feedback about that, they decided to make some concessions. They said on September 1st, we're going to announce all the changes we really need to make. But in the meantime, we are going to give you guys back the extended Pokédex, the extended range.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really nice because, okay, for example, I have one of the Pokestops right outside my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
At the original range, I couldn't reach it. However, if I were to take a step outside, I could reach it. I'm very lucky in that sense. Not everyone can simply just walk outside and be within range for something like that. Mm-hmm. Not everyone has that privilege like I do. So it's nice for everyone, just the fact that a game company took player feedback, listened, and gave people what they wanted without, having to go through a massive controversy first, Blizzard. Oh, gosh. But I'm happy they did that. I'm happy that Niantic, Pokemon Company, that they are listening to their players.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta be critical of the game companies when they make mistakes, but they're like a child, they're like a dog. If you only criticize the negative behavior and don't praise the good behavior, you're never going to see the positive changes you want.
Yeah. Yep. No, I agree 100%.
Good thing to know about.
In other news, So, oh, thank you, Pete. I super appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Let's hashtag Pete.
Yay, Pete.
Also, in awesome news too, did you hear that? So OnlyFans was taking away all the nudity content, and then they heard the uproar everybody went on, and they're letting it stay now. I just thought I'd share that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's more like it's more like they.
The money,
ahead, Ryan.
the money.
Rigo said, "Phew, that was my side hustle."
It's
But-
more like they saw how many people were leaving because of it,
Yeah.
and then
A
they're
lot
like,
of those
"Oh
people are still
well,
leaving
Yeah, a lot of them are.
yeah,
because they
damage,
said,
damage has already been done."
yeah.
So
Well, also the way they worded, they said they are suspending those those changes. Not they're canceling them;
Oh.
they're suspending them. And so
Suspending.
everyone takes that as we're still going, we're still leaving.
they're
We'll
gonna
stick
still
around.
do it.
We'll stick around, but for a minute. But we're gonna leave. We're gonna make plans. We're gonna have some other platforms.
Oh, that's funny. What a weird.
What a weird month.
What a weird month indeed. What a weird month.
Oh, just
But-
light it, Linda.
For sure. All right, guys, it's 9:45. We're gonna usually we're done by like 10:15, but I have a lot of work tonight. I went downstairs and I was like, I'm not happy with all this work. They have me. Yeah, there's too much work tonight. But no, it was great. You know, seeing all these new games, the Pokemon stuff. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for what's over the horizon. I just want to
You're
add
done.
something. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to add. I forgot, and definitely the drop trailer of Spider-Man.
that was
Arkham
pretty
Knight?
cool.
No Way Home. That was epic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great trailer. We have to talk about this for a little bit, because I watched it and I was very surprised and very happy what I saw, especially seeing seeing Doc Ock, Goblin, and all that stuff. Well, we didn't see Goblin. We just saw the little fireball.
We saw the bomb.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alfred
I think
Molina. Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus, yes. You know what is so wholesome to me? He, like, despite all things, he was like, I really didn't think people liked my performance all that much. I really didn't think that. But then he saw everyone's reactions to him coming back and saw everyone super hyped.
Yeah. He
was
was
just like-
a good Doc
He-
Ock. You know, in my
He
opinion.
was clearly not the issue with that trilogy.
No.
No.
You know, I really do hope that they bring back, Toby for like a quick little cameo or something like that. That would be really cool. Honestly, I think that would be really cool. They have so much potential to do something with this Spider-Man. They really do. At least in my opinion. Probably will be at the end of the credits. Like, hold it to... No, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
People were complaining and saying, hold on, let me see if I can find the trailer quickly.
I just want to see Willem Dafoe come back as Green Goblin. I thought he did a great job.
I think that's been confirmed that he is, but I'm not sure. I thought they confirmed that. I mean, the trailer has his voice in it, so
It's
I mean,
like, yeah.
his laugh is like so iconic. So there's like no one else in the other movies like mimicked his laugh like that. So
people are saying that the way Strange was acting, how he broke the rules and everything, they were saying that that's unlike him. What's your opinion on that?
unlike him,
That's what they're saying.
I have a lot to say about this, so
Because they're
I'm gonna
like,
let Chadley talk first because I'm moved like that.
I mean,
because they said because he used to have what stone was it that he held,
The time stuff.
yeah, the
Time
time stone. Yeah,
right? He had the time stone, and now the time stone technically is gone, right?
yeah. I mean, he still wears the necklace though, because in the trailer they show him wearing the necklace.
Yeah,
for
he's wearing the
time
necklace.
stone.
But like, even
Yeah.
though they were like, even though he was saying, okay, no, let's stop he didn't care. He just kept going and going, even though there was some dire consequences to be had. That's why people are like, that's so unlike him. Why is he not listening? Normally he's very critical, especially in the Avengers movie. Like he always goes for what he doesn't matter what the outcome is. If it's right, it's right. But in this case, they're like, he knew something bad was gonna happen, but he continued with it anyways. So people were like, why? What's his role in this movie?
I mean, the motivation is probably because Peter has been implicated as Spider-Man, so he's technically not safe anymore.
Maybe, yeah, I guess so.
And that could have been his motivation to try to help Peter become safe again, because he figured that the spell that he's going to cast was only meant to have people forget about who he is.
Yeah.
But then in the trailer, they make it seem like Peter is messing with his concentration, and then the spell goes wrong because he wasn't able to fully concentrate when he was doing the spell. So, yeah. And then they make it seem like, then now we have these other universes coming into play, which, I mean, it makes sense because they're doing the whole multiverse thing now. So,
what about you, Ryan? What were you gonna say?
All right.
Let's hear.
So, within Marvel Comics, this story has, in a sense, been done before, where Spider-Man's identity was figured out and told to the masses. He really revealed himself, but then stuff started happening. His enemies started going after his aunt and all his friends. Bad stuff was happening. So he wanted to go to some magic people. He went to Doctor Strange and a few others. He's like, hey, could you guys please erase everyone's memory of me revealing my identity? And they all basically shot him down and told you no. One guy said yes. This guy was Mephisto, a demon, one of the Lords of Hell type deal, who said, yeah, I can do that. It's going to sacrifice your marriage to your wife, which was Mary Jane at the time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I can make everyone forget. And so he went through with that. Obviously, he's not married in the MCU yet. But that's what people are theorizing now, is that this isn't Doctor Strange. This is Mephisto making himself appear to be Doctor Strange. That he didn't accidentally get his concentration broken and mess up the spell or anything. That he just sort of did this all on purpose. And this is all a part of his plot to basically be a big bad for possibly Doctor Strange 2. If you saw Doctor Strange 1 and you saw the evil thing that Doctor Strange went to bargain with Dormammu, Mephisto's kind of like Dormammu, on that level.
That sounds
far-fetched. I honestly don't think it's Mephisto cosplaying as Doctor Strange. I don't think they do that. But again, I'm just telling you what the inspiration for this whole plot line could be.
Yeah. Where it might be deriving from.
Marvel knows that everybody wants Mephisto to show up at some point in the Marvel Universe, because they've made references to Mephisto 2 or 3 times now. And every time they see something that looks like it, they're like, oh, he's going to be in the show. With Loki, they did it with Loki with the stained glass window. They did it with... there was one of the movies, too, that had a reference to Mephisto. And then, of course, now they're saying that, the third reference is a picture of Peter on a poster with devil horns and like a devil mustache and horns and stuff. Mephisto's in the movie, Half-Life 3 confirmed type of thing. So no, I mean, I could see that happening. Maybe Mephisto has taken control of Doctor Strange somehow, not necessarily changed. Like you said, maybe it's not him pretending to be Doctor Strange. Maybe it's him getting into Doctor Strange's head and kind of controlling him, maybe, in a way.
Yeah.
I would say, to Pete's question, when Doctor Strange's sidekick, no, that's not Doctor Strange. Mephisto is a being of such astronomical power, it's very possible that he just could hide it from someone like that.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah. And it's like, we actually have 2 MCU movies coming out before Spider-Man, which is the crazy thing. We have Shang-Chi coming out in, like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
When does Shang-Chi come out?
That comes out soon, doesn't it?
It's coming out this Friday.
Like, there you go.
Yeah.
It's coming out the 3rd. And then we have the Eternals, which, I mean, I don't think people really care about.
It looks good, though. I mean,
Which one?
Eternals. I mean, both of them look good. I just don't think Eternals is going to do as well.
Spider-Man's just a very, very popular character who's just kind of taking the stage from all these other ones that are trying to come out.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Shang-Chi. Like, a nice, awesome kung fu movie. Yes, please.
Yeah, me too. Very excited for it. All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Super, super fun. I had lots of fun. I like this new style of TacoCast we're doing now. It feels very, the flow is nice. The flow is nice. You know. Guys, thank you all for joining. I super appreciate it. Chadley, Ryan. Guys, if you're looking to visit Chadley or Ryan, check out the links in the description below. You can definitely go give them a follow, give them a sub. You won't regret it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining on your busy schedules. I always appreciate it, like always. And don't forget the most important thing in the whole wide world, guys. I gotta go to work, but come to my live stream. I'm super famous. And I'll see you guys in another month on YouTube and Tuesday on Twitch. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye. I feel like burping. That's why I'm holding my breath. All right, guys.
Do
bye.
it. Let it out.
Right?